everybody. Let's get out of the other gym. Let's maybe become the gym. Let's talk a little bit about how you look at fortune and circumstance and how you react to it. Because life changes happen to everybody, and oftentimes they can be very abrupt, not expecting them to happen, and they happen. And they're out of your control. I mean, this whole week was supposed to be about a week about control and how do you express control or gain control of the things around you and around yourself. It's really you can gain only limited amount of control of the things around you. The one thing that you can get control of if you're practiced at it is the way that you react to how the things around you affect you. It's very important, and that's it's a lot of practice, and nobody's perfect at it, including myself. So life changes happen, and the ones that are abrupt and they seem very jarring, you can react by panicking, which is of course a natural reaction, or you can instead, probably the more wise choice is to take a deep breath, get yourself centered, and then figure out whether that change is really something for the better. I find myself in those situations. I try to once again express to myself that I believe in fate, and I believe that the universe is looking out for all of us, especially those who will stop and listen to what the universe is telling you. And then that's kind of the way that I approach those things. One technique that we use with our kids, I'll pass this along in case it's helpful to anybody who has it. We have kids who are headstrong. They're very, especially my youngest. She's gonna be somebody's real challenge when she gets a partner. To balance her stubbornness and strong-willed personality can at times challenge my wife and I. Well, the one thing we have taught her to do when she is inconsolable, we are basically teaching her the correct breathing technique. So we tell her to sniff the big flower and then blow out the candles. So it's we'll have her do that about 5 times, and that generally will get her to stop wailing. But that's like part of her. I won't call it punishment, but it is when she's misbehaving and she's inconsolable. We'll tell her, hey, stop, smell the big flower, blow out the candles, do that, and she'll do it, and she'll calm down. So I'm not necessarily saying I had to do all that with this latest change, but it was a moment of, okay, let me get centered again and find out what to do next. Now, I'm going to pair that with my talk about karma, which I've given plenty of people before, including my kids. That I'm also a strong believer in karma. When you do good things, you attract good people around you, and then when situations arise where you need a good amount of help, there are good people around you to help you out. Conversely, if you're a bad person, you attract bad people, and then when you need help, you've only got just bad will around you. I've had the good fortune of having good people reach out to me, in this latest change and offer all kinds of help, and I feel like that is going to make all of this transition be a very quick one, and one that's probably, I expect it's going to be for the best for everyone involved in my sphere. So my family and all that. So I guess that's my encouragement to anybody else who might find themselves in the midst of a large life change. Maybe it's a loss of a loved one. Maybe it's there's all kinds of reasons why we get thrusted into these life changes. With loss of a loved one, and I haven't had anybody recently very close be lost, but I tend to try to think of those events when I have lost, people, friends. Like I told you guys earlier that I had a friend earlier this year who committed suicide. Sad for him, especially sad for his family. But for me, I want to remember all the things that person taught me. Even the act of taking their own life taught me a little bit of something about the fleetingness of our friendships. And if you don't care for them like a garden, they will go foul, and you won't get your chance to say goodbye. Or worse, really, I feel like, again, if he had reached out to me, maybe I could have gotten him through that rough day, and he'd been around for some more. What are you gonna do? Can't control all of it. You should try to work to control how you react to all of it. That's my advice and my admonition. It's a long word, and I've got a fake tooth, so I'm not even going to try to say it again. That's my my words of encouragement to you all, and I hope that you're all doing well. If you like this kind of information, this channel, if you're just tuning in, I do some topical stuff like the latest news. I'm pretty neutral to either political party or political spectrum. I find reasons to support both sides. And I was telling my friend earlier, being rabidly neutral means you don't gain the people who are rabidly one side or rabidly the other side, and those seem to be the larger groups. So finding people who want to hear a very strong neutral message that can, independent voter, I could go either way. Finding a lot of people who are interested in hearing a strong message that way is not as easy, I don't think, but that's my challenge, and I'm up for it. I'm doing things like that anyways. That's what this channel is. So please like, share, and subscribe, all three of those things. And I have the t-shirt store. I'll put the commercial at the end of this video. Cheers, thanks so much. All right, so I'm going to show my shirts and your shirts.
Okay.
And
wait, but they don't know what.
I think they can tell whose are whose.
Yeah.
So they could buy the new Gorilla versus Grizzly.
Yeah, they could buy that, which is your first fighting one.
Right, or they could buy your Captain Marshmallow.
And my Thanos.
Thanos Walker.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll see which ones they buy. Thanks for visiting the store.
Thanks. Hello. Bye-bye.